This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, and or stelliums. I'm doing this reading in particular for the lunar eclipse that's in Libra, happening today, and then, of course, today, tomorrow, and then, of course, the energies will last for the next 6 months or so. So, I've already shuffled these cards, Aquarius, and they're ready to go. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. So first card is going to be for the current situation. Queen of Pentacles is the first one to come out in the current. What is covering the Queen of Pentacles? What's covering the Queen of Pentacles in this current situation? Or focus, really, right? I look at it as like a focus that you need to start in your current situation. 7 of Cups is covering the Queen of Pentacles for you. Let's look at what's crowning. What's crowning? Crowning for Aquarius. Crowning is the 9 of Wands. And let's look at the bottom. What's in the bottom? What's in the root of things right now for you, for Aquarius? The Chariot is at the root of you right now. And let's look at what is behind. What is behind for Aquarius? What's behind for Aquarius? Death is behind Aquarius. What is in front of Aquarius? What's in front of Aquarius? In front of Aquarius is 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, how do you see yourself, Aquarius? How do you see yourself, Aquarius? How do you see yourself, Aquarius? The honest, deepest parts of you. The King of Pentacles. Okay. Now, that goes in line with this current situation here, and also as a focus. Now let's pull a card for how do you see the outside now? How do you see the outside world right now? How are things looking for you, to you, through your lens, the outside world? 8 of Wands. So everything's moving very fast. Everything is changing a lot. Okay. And hopes and fears in your subconscious. What? I'll take it, I guess. So first that fell out is 5 of Pentacles, and then I pulled out the King of Wands. I would make more focus on this as the fears, right? It's poverty. You're afraid of, maybe things are moving really fast right now in the world, and overall things are just changing financially. personally, everything. So this is that fear. But your hope is that you can solidify yourself and stabilize regardless of all the changes that are happening with the King of Wands here. So fire. So you just got to use your fire. You want to embrace your fire, but in a controlled way. Okay, so let's look at the last card to pull, which is going to be the overall and advice, overall advice for this message for whoever resonates with this particular storyline here. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is your overall advice. Yeah. 10 of Swords is your overall advice, Aquarius. You have the Queen of Swords at the bottom. The Queen of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so first I want to start out and say that I'm not a fortune teller. I do not read love stories. I don't like to do that because I don't like to try and predict situations or tell you this is what's happening. I am merely just here to maybe catch someone who is in this vibe right now and they can relate to it. So if there's an inspiring message, something that gives you that epiphany that you need to know and need to hear at this moment that relates to you, resonates with you, then that's exactly what I am trying to do here. I'm not trying to put anybody in a psychosis or in this paranoia. So I just want to make sure that is said. And also, I do not read. Sometimes I will read the cards, like for example, the people cards that would signify a person. Sometimes I will do that, but I don't always like to do that because of the fact that I don't want to try and instigate this type of feeling that, oh, that's give you this fear mindset or expectation, because then that births expectation in people within your life that you could have a false belief on, right? So just always keep that in mind, please. So let's just start with the current situation, which is the Queen of Pentacles here in the middle. And then in the card that represents how you see yourself is the matching suit. Hold on. Okay. So there's two different stories I'm getting from this. When there's a Queen of Pentacles in the center here of the story of the current situation, but for you, you see yourself as the King of Pentacles. So perhaps this is a story about two people. And this Queen of Pentacles is on your mind. Whether you can switch the roles. This is just signifying two individuals, right? And that just make it too exact. Okay, continuing. So, but there's a 7 of Cups covering her. So I feel like whatever is coming with this Queen of Pentacles here that's at the center current situation, it's really foggy and it's not really well known. It's kind of, there's something not right about it. It just doesn't feel like it's real. And it could have a lot of scorpionic themes in this relationship, because this is the card of Scorpio as well. And that the fact that what's crowning is the 9 of Wands. And then at the bottom of you, it's like you want to get away. You want to leave. You want to run from something. Because if you combine these two, it's kind of like you're kind of worried about something. You're on your guard about something. You feel like you can't really trust something. So at the root of you, you just wish you could kind of get away from it. Because the Chariot is about, well, traveling, leaving something, going away from something. And what is behind is the Death card. And the Death card is looking straight at the Queen of Pentacles in the middle. And right at the Seven of Cups, Scorpio card. And this is another card of Scorpio, but it's just a stronger, more prominent Scorpio card. So, Pluto. And that is also combined with what is in front being the Seven of Pentacles. That's also facing towards the Queen of Pentacles. She's sandwiched in between the Death card and the Seven of Pentacles. Waiting. It's taking a long time. When will it be ready? When will things happen? Patience. But how much more patience do I have to have? How much longer is kind of the message I'm getting from that. But in what you see around you is things are moving so fast, and it's scary because you're feeling and going through all these things here in the center, but you don't have time to really feel it because everything is changing constantly. So, and the hopes and fears. You're worried that you're not going to be able to catch up with the time, with the fast pace that's happening. Maybe this could be a worry, a fear of losing it all, of losing something, poverty, you're at a loss of something. Or your highest hopes is that you will rise above it. You will be able to have the fire that you need, the creativity and passion that you need to push forwards with whatever's happening here. And I'll have to clarify a little bit more about the Ten of Swords as the overall advice in this. Because when the Ten of Swords is in the overall advice, I mean, that could refer to the Queen of Pentacles in the current situation. So let's find out. Clarity for this advice of the Ten of Swords for this overall thing here. And what, I mean, we do have the Queen of Swords as at the bottom here of the deck, but like, I just need more than just the Ten of Swords. Just so dark and dismal. Generosity, charity, giving prosperity, and sharing wealth. Because, okay, I see what this means. So, in regards to this situation, the reason why the Ten of Swords is in the overall advice of how to handle this, how to go about this, why it's important that you do start a new cycle. I mean, it's eclipse, lunar eclipse in Libra. It's all about relationships, and this seems to be a relationship read here. So the reason for that is because you will be of service. It's going to be in your best interest, and it'll be in the other person's best interest as well. And of course, you don't have to take that advice. Everyone has free will. of course. That's the beauty of life, right? But it's also the double-edged sword of life. But yeah, it's going to be a good thing for you and this other person. And it's not to say that it's cut out forever, but it also keep in mind that that also could be the case. It could very well be the case. If that is the case, the important thing is to do your best not to dwell on it. Easier said than done, of course, but what's going to help you is the Queen of Swords will help you with that. She can detach herself. She can look at things in a logical stance and calculate the pros and cons without letting the emotions get in the way. Sometimes you do have to do that in order to push through things. And then maybe later on, you get the realization that there were reasons for that experience, whatever that experience might have been. Everything that happens in our lives, I won't say that everything happens for a reason. I used to say that all the time. I'll admit. But I'm actually going back on that belief because I think that there's some things that didn't have to happen. They happened anyway. But does that mean that you should live in regret? No. It does not, because I personally believe that we live amongst multiple dimensions. And all these multiple dimensions that exist out there is because it's based off of every decision that we make. If we make one decision, it goes to this pathway. If we make a different decision, the other dimension opens up and it goes down that other pathway. We all make different decisions. None of them are right or wrong, but they do have a domino effect, which is why we are constantly striving the best we can to become more and more aware of our own selves. That is the initial goal, is to strive to become more aware of our own selves. Because the more aware we become of our own selves, the better decisions follow. So, and we're all human beings. We're not perfect, but we didn't come here to be perfect. We came here to learn things. So, Aquarius, I just want you to keep that in mind. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month. If I don't do another reading for you, and just take it easy, focus on yourself, work on your shadows because Pluto is in your sign. Work on the shadows you have within you and look at where Aquarius is in your chart, because Pluto is right over you right now. Pluto is delivering this. This is Pluto right here. So I hope you liked it.